Welcome back to Clark's Ring Rants. Let's get straight into today's video. So Ben Whittaker's back this weekend, the 28-year-old prospect, the 2020 Olympic silver medalist. He returns to the ring for his second fight with Matchroom, and he will be taking on, I'm going to go at this, no run-up, Brian Nahuel Suarez. We'll go with that. He's taking on him. He's 21-4. And the only name I recognise there on his resume is a KO loss to Lyndon Arthur. And he's for Walter Gabriel Sequeira. I recognise that name. I feel like he's fought like Anthony Hard or something. Anyway, who cares? He'll be taking on Ben Whittaker this weekend in Liverpool, a 10-round light heavyweight battle. Is this an acceptable opponent for Ben? Let's talk about it. Just before we go any further, if you could do me a massive favour, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and drop a like on this video. I'd massively appreciate it. Thank you. Back into the video. So like I say, we've got Ben Whittaker. He's 10-0-1. Obviously, he had that one infamous draw with Liam Cameron back in 2024. Since then, he's won 2 fights by stoppage. He stopped Liam Cameron in the rematch, and then he knocked over some no-oper in a round on his Matchroom debut. Now, I feel as though Ben Whittaker's been moved pretty slowly, given his amateur pedigree. He's 28 years of age. He's not really fought anyone of note yet. I mean, Liam Cameron's the best name on his resume. I'd like to see him speed things up a bit. Listen, I'm not saying chuck him in with Beterbiev or Benavidez next, but at least give him someone with a pulse or someone who's going to take him a few rounds, because I don't see this guy being much of a threat to him. Unless he can somehow manage to chin him. He's not going to be on Ben Whittaker's level skill-wise. He's not going to have the agility, the athleticism, the reflexes, the hand speed, the foot speed, the combination punching of Ben Whittaker. So, like I say, unless Suarez can land some Hail Mary punch from the gods, it's going to be another walkover job for Ben Whittaker. And does he need that? Is he going to learn anything from this? I think not. Now, he's gone over to Matchroom. You remember they had that big fuss and that big sing-song when they signed him. But it's been all bark and no bite since then. He had that one fight against Gavaze. He splattered him in a round. And he's done nothing since. And I think Ben Whittaker, promoted correctly, is probably with the right promoter to do this, mind you. He can be a star. He's got the mouth for it. He's got the style. He's flashy. He's already doing his sponsorship deals. The sky is the limit for this kid. But we need to see him in some serious fights by now. He's 28, so he's not getting any younger. I mean, I struggle to come to terms with calling a 28-year-old a prospect. He was an Olympic silver medalist, but the career's not really gone anywhere yet. He's not fought for a British title. He's not fought for a Commonwealth title. He's nowhere near challenging for a world title, it'd seem. So what's going to be the next step for him here after he does inevitably dispatch of Suarez? Where does Ben Whittaker go from here? He made his professional debut back in July of 2022, so that's the best part of 4 years ago. He's been moved extremely slowly since then. I mean, can you recognise any of these names? Greg O'Neill, Peter Nosik, Jordan Grant. Again, going to go at this with no run-up. Vladimir Buljuski. Not even going to try and pronounce that next one. Khalid Gradia, Leon Willins. There's no vowels in that. I'm not going to try and pronounce that. And then he fought Liam Cameron twice and Benjamin Gavaze. And now he takes on Brian Suarez. It's not really stellar opposition. I mean, there's no reason why he couldn't have fought, let's say, a Louis Edmondson by now, or a Dan Aziz, or maybe his next fight could be against the likes of Craig Richards. But he really should be stepping it up. Or are they trying to hide something with Ben Whittaker? Obviously, he had that fight with Liam Cameron, that first fight. Things weren't exactly going his way before that accidental, quote-unquote, stoppage to the fight, where they both fell out of the ring. Ben Whittaker did his best WWE impression. He flipped himself and Liam Cameron out of the ring. He was seen leaving the arena in a wheelchair. It looked like, you know, when a kid falls over playing football at lunchtime and they have to get wheeled off to go and get a bandage. It looked a bit like that. But yeah, to be fair, he answered his critics in the rematch, stopped Liam Cameron in 2, and then he went on to fight Gavazi. And then, again, like I say, nothing since then. So we've got nothing to go. We've got no data on Ben Whittaker. There's been no acid test yet, really. The only real time he looked in a bit of bother, he managed to get the fight called off. Or the fight was stopped in suspicious circumstances, shall we say. Now, what I propose for Ben Whittaker, what I'd like to see, tell you who I'd like to see him take on after this. Assuming he comes through on Saturday, which I think he will, I'd like to see Ben Whittaker versus Willie Hutchinson. I think that's a very, very good fight. Willie Hutchinson's coming off that good win against Ezra Taylor a few weeks back. They're both loud, they're both cocky, they're both flashy, they're both slick boxers. I think that's got potential fireworks, that fight. The fight itself could be a bit of a technical chess match, but the build-up, wow. It'd be interesting to see. It'd be the first time Ben Whittaker's faced someone like that, where they're sort of a bit slick, on the back foot, they can match him for skill. He's showboating. I don't think it'd be that effective against Willie Hutchinson, because Willie Hutchinson can be like, checkmate, bro, I can style on you as well. I'd like to see that fight. I think it'd be a good build-up all round. It'd be Matchroom versus Queensberry. Maybe they could put it on a 5v5 show, have it headline, co-main event, that sort of vibe. I think it's a really, really good fight. Failing that, why not give him Craig Richards? Craig Richards is coming off that good win against Dan Aziz. He's a bit of a, what would you call Craig Richards? Fringe world level, European level, sort of gatekeeper-ish. Listen, he's been in some good fights. He's took Dimitri Bivol the distance. He's took Willie Hutchinson the distance. I think he would be disappointed with himself in that fight. He went the distance with Buatsi, and like I mentioned, he chinned Dan Aziz. So I think that's a really good, solid opponent for Ben Whittaker next. So we're talking the likes of Willie Hutchinson, Craig Richards, maybe even Anthony Yard. Anthony Yard's coming off that stoppage loss to Benavidez. I think that's a good fight. I don't think Anthony Yard would take that fight, but who knows? Or maybe he could even challenge a Buatsi. Is he ready for the Callum Smiths of the world, the David Morrells, the Benavidez's, the Bivols, the Beterbiev? No, I don't think he's ready for that, but I'd just like to see Ben Whittaker step it up, fight someone who's going to punch him back, someone who can ask him some questions, someone who can drag him into deep waters. What's he like when he gets hurt? What's he like when he loses a few rounds in there? What sort of stuff is Ben Whittaker made of? And I think the likes of those fighters can ask those questions. Look, light heavyweight is stacked at British level. There's so many good competitive fights to be made, and I'd love to see Ben Whittaker added into that mix. But what do you think? Ben Whittaker, the 28-year-old prospect, he's got his next fight coming up this weekend in Liverpool. He should win, and then I want to see him move on to a bigger, tougher challenge. But what are your thoughts? How do you rate Ben Whittaker's career so far? Has he been moved too fast? Definitely not. Has he been moved too slow? Or have they just been extra precautionary with him? Is there something we don't know about Ben Whittaker? Is that why they're holding him back? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, share, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.